Welcome to the outskirts of Caledonia for our Marion County game of the week. It's the River Valley Vikings coming off of a regional semifinal or a regional championship appearance a season ago, and they take on one of the premier squads in Columbus. The Bishop Watterson Eagles come into town to open their season after a successful football year, crown them as Division III state champions. Will they have that same success on the hardwood? We'll find out next here live and free on the OH Report.
Expecting someone else? Tune into The Joe Show every Wednesday night here on the OH Report. All I want for Christmas is you to watch The Joe Show every Wednesday night. I'm back.
For over 12 years, you've trusted Scout Construction for quality building and remodeling. Now we're proud to offer expert excavation services to start your project off right. You've seen what we build, now see the way we dig. Experience the Scout Construction difference. Call or email us today for a free quote and let us break ground together.
At Avita Home Health and Hospice, our caring professionals are ready to serve you with personally tailored services designed to meet the unique needs of each individual. When we take on a patient at Avita Home Health and Hospice, they really do feel like family. So when we take care of our family, we want to take care of the whole person. So we take care of them from our nurses, our aides, our physical, occupational, and speech therapists, but we also have people that tend to their hearts. So we have social workers, we have chaplains, and people that can help with the emotional side of their care.
At Avita Home Health and Hospice, we have a dedicated team that takes care of you. Caring for the whole person is our promise to you. From social and emotional well-being to the way the patient relates to their loved ones, we treat your family like our family.
Serving patients and their families wherever they call home, including assisted living facilities and nursing homes. Call 1-800-4NURSES to see if Avita can help administer your plan of custom care.
It is time now for your pregame show presented to you live and free by Spherion Mid-Ohio. Jonathan Langdon alongside Evan Johnson here as we've got a good one tonight. Bishop Watterson coming in from inner city Columbus to take on the River Valley Vikings in their opener for the year. And you may be thinking, wow, they're starting awfully late, Evan Johnson. Well, that's because they just won a football state title not too long ago.
That's a pretty good reason to not be playing some basketball until this late into the season. We'll see how much of an effect that has on them, if any. As we know, a lot of athletes on this team.
Yeah, absolutely. They've got some size as well that we'll talk about here momentarily. And actually, let's talk about it right now. The Bishop Watterson Eagles coming in today with zeros in both sides of their record column. And they went 17-8 last year, reached a district championship game. They fell to their bitter rivals in DeSales a season ago. So they're looking to avenge that here tonight.
Yeah, still a lot of experience on this team, a lot of winning experience as well. They have the culture at the school, so it should be no problem for them to come out of the gates hot.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of players to spotlight for this team. Head coach Vince Lombardo has this team in a really good spot, and he has for many, many years as he has been the head coach of this program. One of the players I want to spotlight was someone that did something great on the football field over when I was in Canton covering the state football championships, Carter Belisari. And of course, everyone will talk about Drew Belisari, the quarterback for them, who's going to be going to play some Division I college football next year. But Carter Belisari, just as good. He's going to be a big presence for this team just as a junior as well, Evan.
Yeah, especially as a junior. One of the younger guys in this lineup, surprisingly loaded with senior talent. We know about Drew on the football field, but Carter's going to show out he can ball out on the court as well.
Yeah, 4 seniors for this Bishop Watterson squad, and then I'm counting 9 juniors as well, and no freshmen, no sophomores. This is a big-time school. They've got a ton of players in the program. They had a freshman game earlier. They had a JV game, and Watterson won pretty handily in that JV game, a running clock at the end of the third quarter. So we'll see if River Valley can step up to the plate here in this varsity contest. And I mean, a season ago, they more than stepped up to the plate. They went 25-3, and they were regional runners-up a season ago. Yeah,
just an incredible season by them, and historical season for the school. And they lost a couple good seniors, but they just reload, and that's what River Valley does. A great basketball culture, and they do not rebuild, they just reload.
And unlike Bishop Watterson, this team, they have had a couple games under their belt. They have dominated in MOAC play. They beat Harding by 21 not too long ago. They beat Pleasant by even more than that to start out the MOAC season, but they then ran into a Jonathan Alder side that I am very high on this season to make some noise in the postseason. They lost by 22 in that contest to the Pioneers. But if you look overall at River Valley, a couple of bumps in the road earlier on in the season, but they can still get back to what they had a season ago.
Yeah, a couple of losses, but this is a tough schedule they gave themselves. They're prepping for that time around March and late February so they can be at the best of their abilities, and I like the way that they have their schedule, test them right out of the gates.
And somebody who's at the best of their abilities this year already, Chase Smith, the second leading scorer for this team early on in the year, but he's expected to take over for that team lead. First teamer in the MOAC, all Ohio honorable mention, just shy of 20 points per game this year.
Yeah, a dog on the court. He's going to be the facilitator tonight for the Vikings, and he can change the game in a lot of ways.
So both teams getting back to their benches. We'll have the national anthem taking over the gym here momentarily. So that's our cue to step aside. We'll have keys to victory and tip-off coming up next here live and free on your Marion County Game of the Week on the OH Report. It's River Valley taking on Bishop Watterson.
Were you expecting someone else? Tune into the Joe Show every Wednesday night here on the OH Report. All I want for Christmas is you to watch the Joe Show every Wednesday night. I'm back.
For over 12 years, you've trusted Scout Construction for quality building and remodeling. Now we're proud to offer expert excavation services to start your project off right. You've seen what we build, now see the way we dig. Experience the Scout Construction difference. Call or email us today for a free quote and let us break ground together.
Spherion Mid-Ohio pregame show here between River Valley and Bishop Watterson. Jonathan Langdon alongside Evan Johnson for the first time since coming back from OU on his semester. Welcome back. Great to have some basketball and a great game here to start out.
Oh, for sure. Couldn't ask for a better one. Two high-level basketball teams. It's great to be back.
Absolutely. Let's take a look at the keys to victory for these two teams, starting with the Bishop Watterson Eagles. I think for them, I mean, use your size, utilize that size, win the paint.
Yeah, I mean, there's only one guy on this roster that's under 6 foot. They have the clear advantage of that in this game, and they'll have to take full advantage of it.
And that's definitely one of the reasons River Valley scheduled this team. They want to test themselves inside. If Watterson's able to do that here today, they will also come out with a win, and it would be their opening win of the year. And then also that winning culture we talked about. They just won a football state championship. They know how to do things over at Bishop Watterson. And on the other side for River Valley, inside out threes. You've got some shooters beyond the arc, but you've really been feeding that big fella, Carter Myers. He's over 20 points per game right now. If he can kind of dish it out from the block, you can get some good-looking shots.
Yeah, River Valley loves to shoot threes. They'll show it here tonight, but you got to be able to get those guys open, and that's exactly what they need to do.
And then also rise to the rim. Of course, Watterson, we said that they need to get inside. They need to establish the paint. I say try it for a first half and see how you do. Carter Myers, you've trusted him so far. He's gotten you all the way to a regional championship game with his presence in the post. This is going to be a test for him, but I'm sure he's excited for it.
Yeah, you don't know how game ready Bishop Watterson is, so you just have to attack them right away. Try to beat them at their own game. Don't be afraid of the size difference. Just go right at them right away.
Want to shout out our sponsors bringing you tonight's live and free coverage here from River Valley High School. Special shout out to Coldwell Banker here in the area. Looking to buy or sell real estate? Call Krista Smith with the Coldwell Banker Integrity Home Team right here in Marion. Also a shout out to Spherion Mid-Ohio. Proud to support our local athletes. We know the foundations that make great employees are woven into the teamwork, focus, drive, and perseverance given in each practice and game. Spherion Mid-Ohio. Let's get to work. Also, thank you to Premier Optometry Group. Premier Optometry helps you keep the game in focus because better vision is our purpose. Here we go. Carter Myers will jump right alongside number 14, the 6'7", Joe Zion. They both jump a little bit early, and the ball will be poked away by Smith. They'll scoop it up. River Valley will start things offensively. 3-2 on the season. Just recently fell to Jonathan Alder, but they did get a win over the Presidents from Marion Harding, as Smith's first shot is an air ball, and Watterson's fans letting them know it.
And there's the 3-ball right away, going to what they can do best.
We'll see a lot of motion on the perimeter from this Watterson team. However, there on the dribble drive, it's stripped away. Here goes Ellis McFarland down the coast. He also misses badly. And the first two shots a little wild here from River Valley.
That's something Coach Rodney Brown hangs his hat on, is his defense. And they definitely are trying to use their defense to create offense. They had an opportunity there, have to capitalize on those baskets.
Zion backing down in the post with Myers, gets him to jump. But a straight up contest is no foul. River Valley solid defense. Here goes Smith the other way.
Not backing down in the paint, staying aggressive on defense. Great job from River Valley, good start here.
Carter Myers, don't get it twisted. He's a big fella, but he loves to shoot it from the outside, and the Vikings take an early lead.
They can start hitting those big shots early and give themselves a decent-sized lead, being good hands.
Carter Belisari, our player spotlight, gets the start today and draws a foul, so Watterson will get themselves to the line.
This would be a good break for Watterson. Start to settle into this game. Going game speed is something completely different from practice.
So Carter, the 6'3" junior, will get us started at the free throw line. Both teams shoot pretty well at the line. First one falls for Carter. Vikings right now shooting at about 72% from the line so far in the year. Of course, 100% here for Watterson. This is their first game of the year after a fruitful football season where they won the D3 state title. They go 50-50 at the line. Offensive board, another chance. And a third chance will draw some more free throws.
Great job at the rim, just giving yourself more chances. Eventually it's going to fall or you're going to get fouled. That's exactly what happened there.
All but one player for Bishop Watterson on the roster sit over 6 foot. This is the tallest here, Joe Zayan, 6'7". Right in front of the student section, the first one will miss and hit back iron. Great show out here for the River Valley student section. They're excited to welcome in competition like Bishop Watterson.
Not an easy basket to shoot at. You have a lot of open space behind it with another gym back there in the student section. Definitely not an easy basket to shoot at.
Watterson goes 2 for 4 at the line on that possession. They trail by 1. McFarland dishes it off to Myers. Good job keeping that foot alive. They'll play 2-man game with Smith. Now try to kick it opposite corner. That's deflected out by Schuler. Well, the baseline inbounds coming up.
Great defense by the Eagles, forcing him to the corner. Tough to make a good pass there. Can't get a shot off.
Dribble drive into the paint, kicked out to Smith. Smith into the post, step to belt, or pardon me. Hook shot is good from Colton Lang.
That is a tough finish. Little hook fade right into the basket.
Watterson goes right back the other way, up and under. Too hard off the glass. Rebound by Zayn, who's been active early. He draws a foul.
River Valley picking up a lot of fouls early. Bishop Watterson still struggling with that touch at the rim.
So it looks like we're gonna have some more free throws. So very active at the charity stripe early on in this one. First free throw drops to make it 5-3. Watterson trails by 2. But in and out there with the second free throw, so they're 3 for 6 at the line. Quickly the other way, a dribble drive from Lane as he will draw contact. Looks like on the floor they'll call it.
Great transition, just getting the rebound and getting it immediately down the floor. When you have a mismatch in numbers, good things can go your way.
McFarland drive kick, Myers fakes the 3. Euro steps in the lane. Carter Myers extends the lead back to 2 possessions.
One of our keys to the game, going to the rim. It's exactly what Myers does right there. Not afraid to get physical.
Far side work, dribble drive and kick to the corner for Carter Belisari. Shot no good, gets his own rebound as he'll fight inside, spin through the lane. A lot of contact, no call, tip back out. And Holsinger keeps the ball moving around. Hands it off to Mike Mulligan. The lefty triggers the 3.
That's what happens when you keep getting second chances and third chances on one possession. Eventually, it's going to fall in.
Loose ball at midcourt, diving for it is Holsinger, and it'll be a foul on the floor. Looks like it's going on River Valley. We're heading the other way.
A near disaster, dribbles it off of his foot, it looked like, but able to get that foul called on the floor.
So a reset here for the Eagles as they'll take it the other way. Trailing by 1. Top of the key, Zayn. Ocean offense to try and get an open shooter. Belisari dribbles to his left, kicks it back out. And driving in here, Holsinger misses short. Much to the joy of the River Valley student section. Fast break opportunity for the Vikings. They'll give it off. A long 3 will go and miss short.
One of their favorite shots. They're just trying to create points in transition. They can get more of those rebounds. They'll be able to play more of their style.
Mulligan to the left. The pull-up, no. Tips back out to himself. In and out with the second effort. And Smith leads it up the floor.
Eagles just not able to buy a bucket here early on.
Well, that's the opposite for River Valley. Eli Snyder, the senior, lays it in. It's a 9-6 game. And the Vikings here at home holding strong.
A really nice finish.
But a nice play on the other end. Watterson within 1 after that layup from Carter Belisari. Crossover move from Snyder, draws some contact before the shots. Another one will be on the floor. Looks like that'll be a team third. Belisari picks up his first. Let's go over the top again, Vikings. They've led the entire way thus far. Smith being face guarded has to get a handoff to take the basketball back. Myers now, crossover move back to the top of the key. Snyder thought about another deep 3. Instead, he'll keep the ball swinging. McFarland Myers rips through at the right wing, rises, fires, no good. Rebound, River Valley tried to get it, and they will say he was shoved. So a nice effort from Colton Lang gives them an extra possession.
A great possession for River Valley, just kind of moving the ball around the top of the three-point line there until they were able to drive to the rim. Didn't get the finish, but was able to get the foul on the rebound.
Baseline out of bounds to Smith. Screen from Snyder, it's a pick and pop. Decides not to pop quite out of the gates. He'll drive into the free throw line and miss. Here goes Watterson with a chance to take the lead. Into the post they'll go for Zayn. Zayn double teamed, rises up, and shot goes, but a travel called before.
Switched up on his pivot foot, and that'll do it.
So a turnover for Watterson. Gives River Valley a chance with 2.5 minutes to go here in the first as Snyder rises to the cup, counted and one. That was a quick, shifty move out of Eli Snyder.
A great move to the basket. Didn't waste too much time getting down the floor. And another great finish for the Vikings. Again, tacking that rim, not afraid of Watterson's height.
And he converts the and one. So 12-8 Vikings. Nearly taken away. Tight pressure on Jonah Groover. He's able to get it out. Give and go. It ends up going to Zayn. Instead, he missed the layup. Other way, Smith, highly contested three, will go long. But Lang, his effort to save it, goes to the sideline.
They love their transition baskets, but sometimes only got to shoot if it's open. That one may be a little too forced.
High offense here out of the Eagles. As Quinn Ryan, a captain for this group, takes it himself. Shot no good. Zayn has been everywhere inside. He gets him back to within a possession. It's 12-10. Chase Smith at the free throw line. Off balance shot no good. And Zayn nearly took a shot out of two Vikings. Quickly the other way. Holsinger a reverse. We're all tied up for the first time since 0-0.
Great job by the Eagles, securing that rebound, getting on the floor. They can start making those shots in the paint. They can start to flip this game around.
Snyder nearly had it stripped, able to get it away. Another pick and pop. Snyder steps to the left, no room to shoot. Myers now passes out of the shot. Smith sidestep, long midi, in and out.
Smith just looking for one to fall. Struggled here in this first quarter.
River setting up shop underneath. He'll go to work on Snyder. Baseline drive, spin move here, and another tough contact shot. And this time Zayn will go back to the line. They have used him at length here in this first quarter.
Yeah, they're constantly feeding him in the paint. He's been able to grab a lot of rebounds here already, giving him second and third lives on possessions.
And the first free throw misses. A couple subs will come in. Actually, looks like just one. Carter Belisari back in, and to the bench goes Noah Holsinger. Solid minutes from the senior. Zayn already his sixth free throw coming up, and he swishes it. Watterson has their first lead of the game with 23 seconds left in the first. He'll also get a seat here for the final couple moments. Snyder will bring it up the floor, sitting on 5 points to lead the way.
Don't want to rush this possession. Try to run the clock out and get the final shot.
McFarland to Smith on the right wing. He'll dribble towards the middle. Back to Snyder. 5 seconds left to shoot. He'll give it off McFarland. Baseline drive. Snyder has to get it up before the horn. That'll miss short and to the right. And that will do it here for this first quarter. Nice contested action between Bishop Watterson and River Valley. Watterson took their first lead right at the end of play here in this first. We'll be back with the second on the OH Report. Second quarter action here on the OH Report. Apologize for a little bit of the choppy stream in here today, losing internet in and out. We've tried a couple of networks here during that first quarter. Do our best to get this game out in its entirety later on tonight if need be. As Watterson misses one at the rim here to start the second quarter. Belisari takes it right back to the left block. He'll give it to Groover, who is in the key too long.
A great break for the Vikings. They're going to have to figure out a way to get those rebounds and not let the Eagles keep getting those second chance points.
Myers will drive the baseline, cut off well by the physical Jack Schuler. This basket from the Vikings. A couple of second chance opportunities here on some short misses. Lane gives back to Smith. Cross-court pass, catch and shoot. Carter Myers misses off the side iron. Here goes Watterson the other way. Eagles with the lead. Mike Mulligan, a shooter. He'll get to his spot, but he's blocked. Lang with a good defense. And out of bounds, last off of Ryan as he went to retrieve that basketball.
There's that traditional River Valley defense. They're swarming. They're able to get their hands everywhere, whether that's a block shot, deflecting in the passing lanes. They do a great job at causing chaos.
Slower tempo here out of the Vikings here with a minute gone in the second quarter. Snyder, he's been busy. Number 3 in white leads the scoring with 5. Him and Myers both at that mark. New play call for the Vikings. We'll see what they do here in the motion. Flare screen for Smith is tipped out. Quinn Ryan wasn't even looking, fortunate enough that hit off his arm.
Just great fundamental defense. Throw your hands up, and sometimes you get lucky like that where you don't even have to see the ball.
And sideline out, Myers. Myers looking to post up on the block. They'll go the opposite way. Now wraps off a double screen. Gets ahead of his defender, goes to the basket. Shot no good. Long rebound out to Ryan in stride. Quinn Ryan finds a man inside, and Jack Schuler extends the lead now to 3 for Bishop Watterson. Stop at the elbow. Myers drives again. This time he'll rise up to the rim. No good. Second chance effort, though. He'll get himself up to 7 points here this evening.
Great finish. They've done a great job at allowing him to get downhill, get to that rim.
Schuler dishes low to the baseline, and a nice hesitation move out of Belisari will give him 2. Carter's been busy here in the second. He'll get the basketball right back at the left wing. Takes a screen from Smith, hands it off to Lang. And Chase not getting too much room right now on the ball. Good tight defense by this Watterson defense. Hesitation move from McFarland, and Lang ends up with the basketball. A jump ball, and this will go towards River Valley. That's where the arrow sits right now.
Another long possession for the Vikings. They're always looking to drive to the rim.
So they will make the call, and the jump ball is in favor of Watterson. They must have been super quick to change that on the scoreboard, or maybe that's what they were meeting about, to recognize that the arrow wasn't correct on the score. I know it will be River Valley basketball. We'll get Smith open off a screen. Nice fake flyby, mid-range jumper. Smith just not really finding his shot right now in this first half.
He's had a lot of opportunities, hasn't got one to fall.
Floater near side goes for Noah Holsinger. And this lead growing for Watterson after an iffy start offensively. Smith, nice bounce pass in the lane for Lang. That will not go, however, and the Eagles a chance to extend even more. And a foul on the ball from Snyder.
Eagles are definitely, you can see their confidence growing throughout these first quarter. They're starting to settle into this game, starting to get their flow down.
So Eli picks up his first. It's the first foul of the quarter, nearly halfway through the second. Substitution, it looks like off goes Quinn Ryan in favor of Josean, the big fella who was busy in that first quarter. Belisari zips a pass inside, but it won't be finished off. Jump ball. Thought there was going to be a foul at first, but you're going to see it here on the replay brought to you by North Central State College. Just a nice hands up defensive play by Carter Logan, and he forces the jump ball.
Just stuffed the shot.
And an offensive foul off the inbound. Getting physical here at River Valley. Take a look at the right side of your screen. Actually, it looks like they called it on Zion and it was off the screen. I didn't see it on that replay. But Joe comes in, instantly picks up a second foul. So that's something to look at. Your head coach, Vince Lombardo, for the Eagles. Wild play here from River Valley as a turnover. And Zion facing pressure from the guards, able to get it away. And Belisari weaves through traffic and resets the Eagles' offense. Baseline drive inside, lost his footing. No foul call, we go the other way. Snyder hands it off to Myers. Stop, pop at the right wing, that'll go.
That's exactly what River Valley needed. They needed to make a big three, just like that one. Get the momentum back on their side.
That's his second triple to fall here in this game, and he's now got 10. Carter Myers has been leading the way offensively for this team this year, over 20 points per game. 3 minutes to go in quarter number 2. River Valley starting to pick up the pace yet again from what they did to start this game. Long cross-court pass. And it's kicked back to the top of the key, no good. Long rebound for Watterson. They'll finish it off. 21-17 in favor of the Eagles now.
Eagles not really able to produce a lot of offense off of their original plays, but they're able to keep getting those rebounds and just getting easy buckets in the paint.
Myers with a heat check. Belisari brings it up the floor. Carter looking for Zayn, enters the post, double team right away, and shifting. Joe can't get the shot in. Offensive board, however, and he throws it right back up and through.
Vikings are doing everything they can. 2 and 3 guys down in the paint, but not enough.
McFarland plays two-man game with Snyder. The three goes for Eli Snyder. He's also up to 10, so really helping lead this offense for the Vikings. Tight ball to the post, kicked back out to the perimeter. Open man inside and a foul call. River Valley, just a little take foul there as it looked like Drew Belisari had a wide open lane. So 2 free throws coming up for Drew Belisari, the senior. First shot for Drew, that'll go. Watterson now leads by 2 possessions again. And Zion, after picking up his second foul, he'll go back to the bench. So the 6'7" presence no longer out on the court here for Watterson. Likely for the final minute 44. As Drew knocks in both, it's 25-20. Drew also is going to take a seat after making that second free throw. Snyder full head of steam, gives it right back to Carter into the corner. McFarland thought about taking the three. He'll now dish it into Lang, who goes right back outside, and look who's open. Eli Snyder makes it a 2-point game.
That's exactly what they do. You do not want this team to get hot because once they start, they will not stop.
1-3-1 look here out of the Vikings, trying to establish themselves and really just take away that interior presence so far. However, there an offensive rebound does not help things as that's finished off by Jonah Gruber.
Did exactly what they wanted, forcing the three, but got to grab that rebound.
Snyder heating up. No good. Lang fighting for the board. He wins a jump ball. I've been impressed from what I've seen out of Colton Lang here in this one so far.
Yeah, showing a lot of effort on the court right now. Doing all the little things right for the Eagles.
Reset out to Lang with under a minute to go here in half number 1. Snyder has 11. I misspoke earlier. He's hit 3 triples here in this one. Just looking for Chase Smith to get going, as he misses there right around the free throw line. Mike Mulligan, the lefty, passes it off with 25 seconds left here for Watterson in this half. Likely holding for the final shot. 10 seconds now as Carter takes it. 7 left. It'll be a pick and pop. Carter steps in just inside the three-point line. No good. And Smith will get one up at the horn. Shot no good. 27-23 will be your halftime score. Watterson breaks out in the second quarter. They extend that lead to 27-23. We'll be back with some halftime coverage here on the OH Report.
Expecting someone else? Tune into The Joe Show every Wednesday night here on the OH Report. All I want for Christmas is you to watch The Joe Show every Wednesday night. I'm back.
For over 12 years, you've trusted Scout Construction for quality building and remodeling. Now we're proud to offer expert excavation services to start your project off right. You see what we build, now see the way we dig. Experience the Scout Construction difference. Call or email us today for a free quote and let us break ground together.
At Avita Home Health and Hospice, our caring professionals are ready to serve you with personally tailored services designed to meet the unique needs of each individual. When we take on a patient at Avita Home Health and Hospice, they really do feel like family. So when we take care of our family, we want to take care of the whole person. So we take care of them from our nurses, our aides, our physical, occupational, and speech therapists, but we also have people that tend to their hearts. So we have social workers, we have chaplains, and people that can help with the emotional side of their care.
At Avita Home Health and Hospice, we have a dedicated team that takes care of you. Caring for the whole person is our promise to you. From social and emotional well-being to the way the patient relates to their loved ones, we treat your family like our family.
Serving patients and their families wherever they call home, including assisted living facilities and nursing homes. Call 1-800-4NURSES to see if Avita can help administer your plan of custom care.
alongside Evan Johnson. Entertaining first half. River Valley took over in the first quarter early on, but since pretty much the later stage of that first quarter and on out, it's been all Watterson, and they lead it by 4.
Yeah, Watterson's been able to dominate in the paint, something we expected coming into this game. But we'll see if we can expect more out of River Valley's offense in the second half. A team that coming into this game has only scored under 65 points once this season. They're a high-powered offense, and if they can start hitting some shots, they can start turning this game around.
Absolutely. So both of these teams here looking for a big win to kind of propel themselves. They're both teams that believe that they're going to be playing far into the season here this year. Of course, River Valley coming off of a regional championship appearance. They fell to the state champions in Maysville a season ago, so nothing to be ashamed about losing over at OU at the Convocation Center. And then on the other side of things, for Bishop Watterson, they're in a good league. They're in a Central Catholic league that really makes them compete every single leg of the way in the regular season. They fell to a Catholic League team in DeSales that also went a little bit further on in that tournament, so they have higher aspirations too.
Yeah, expectations are always high for both of these programs. And for River Valley, I know they're itching to get back to another regional final. Lost, like you mentioned, to Gator and Maysville, had an incredible game. And River Valley, this is a team that knows they can get back to that spot. They want to be the first team in River Valley history to go to a state Final Four.
Absolutely. Taking a look earlier on in the game, before the game, in fact, the team from last season was honored that went 24-3 on the season. They went 13-1 in MOAC play and won that MOAC championship. A couple of the stars on that team, of course, wearing street clothes here tonight as they're watching this group try to get a win here against Watterson.
Like I mentioned earlier, just a great basketball culture, seeing everyone come back. A lot of happy faces here at River Valley.
About the third quarter coming up momentarily. River Valley won the tip, so it should be Watterson basketball, and it is. So size has been the name of the game for the Eagles, and they're going to bring it out again. Big front for this Watterson side as they'll start offensively. However, they'll shoot the 3 ball to start. That'll hit the top of the backboard. A couple taping at the top, so stop things. We'll move the other way. Vikings trail by 2 possessions.
Be curious to see what kind of changes Coach Brown made at halftime to deal with this height and try to get some more offense in the paint.
Farland to Snyder. Snyder had the hot hand in the first half with 11 points. Myers had 10. He drives here, kicks it out, and a long 2 will roll all the way out of bounds from Carter Logan.
Just a tough shot. Basically a foot inside the 3-point line. One of the hardest 2-pointers you can make.
Down the floor goes Carter Belisari. Someone will set a double screen for Carter. Catch the basketball, try to lob it over the top. He'll get to the intended target as Schuler will back down Smith. Out to the 3-point line, and the ball just simply left behind by Mulligan. He'll want a mulligan after that.
Can't have those costly turnovers and allow River Valley to start hitting some big shots.
Dribble drive by McFarland, cut off nicely. He'll win his dribble back. Gives it to a cutting Myers, who thought he was fouled. Did not get a call. Eagles down the floor, no scores yet here in this quarter, a minute and a half in. Nice defensive battle here in the opening stages of this third quarter. We'll get back to the left wing. Sorry. Directing the offense, tells Mulligan, just go ahead and shoot it. And he takes his advice and makes it a 30-23 lead.
Not something Bishop Watterson has been able to do tonight. It's hit the 3 ball. If they can start connecting on those and expand their offense, be huge.
This ball poked away from Snyder, and here goes Carter Belisari, who misses the layup in transition. Rebounded by McFarland. He'll cut the floor, give it to Smith. But a cold first half. A dribble underneath, give it out. Carter Myers has been anything but cold. However, there he misses in the corner. Shot no good. Carter Bellisari this time's going to throw it down with two hands. And he misses again in transition. And the ball will be out. Last off of Watterson, it should be. But no, they give it to the Eagles. Here's that whole sequence for you again, thanks to North Central State College. Oh, forgot something.
Had the highlight finish right there. Just unable to flush it down.
Yeah, Smith really wants this call to get changed, but it looks like it's not gonna. So Chase Smith tried to plead his case. It'll be a baseline out of bounds for the Eagles. Smith up in the intensity on defense as Schuler looking to try and wrap around, finds a big fella teammate inside. He's blocked it first, but Zayn able to recollect himself. The lead is now up to 9. It's the biggest lead of the game, but they weren't there for long as there goes Smith. Maybe that'll start something for Chase. (32-26). Cross-court pass to Mulligan, catch and trigger. That's a perfect response.
Yeah, a great defensive battle to start this half, and now each of them are just trading shots.
Loose ball scooped up by the Eagles. Here goes Zayn on his way to the basket. He loses the basketball, so fast break opportunities. Watterson struggling right now.
Those are just unexcusable. It's not a skill issue, it's a mental issue. Just got to be able to finish at the rim in those transition layups.
The lead is 9 for the Eagles. Representing Columbus well. Season opener for these Bishop Watterson Eagles here on the road. Great crowd on hand for it. Smith puts some dance moves on, gives it back out to Snyder, and Snyder stepping through a double will draw a foul. It looks like it'll go on Mike Mulligan.
He just kind of ran into a brick wall there.
Looks like they'll give it on Quinn Ryan instead, so that'll be his first. And the entry taken away was a no-looker from Smith. Just couldn't quite find his target. Mulligan has hit 2 threes in this half. He'll give it off. Into the post they'll go. Schuler, 6'5", big fella, going right at Myers. He's doubled, back out to Mulligan. Unselfishly passes it up. Shot does not go. Rebound, Groover inside. He's blocked. And here goes Ryan, open in the mid-range area this time. Ball tipped out, Watterson getting all the boards. Here in this possession as now inside Watterson scores it. Lead is 11, and Schuler's going on the line to make it a 3-point play.
Eagles are magnets on offense. The ball just seems to always find their hands, and eventually they're going to find the basket.
So Jack Schuler, he was quiet in the first half. Of course there, he got 2 big offensive rebounds. And here he is looking to make it a 3-point play. That he does, 38-26, River Valley Vikings running out of steam here at home. Looking to find it on the offensive side of things. Myers, quick first step. He'll get to the basket, misses long. And a rebound by the Eagles as they push the pace yet again. Schuler, full head of steam, nice fake, and he slowed things down underneath to give himself time to gather himself. It's now 40-26.
A great move on those transition layups.
Snyder fouled on the bump. Looks like Ryan will pick up his second of the quarter. It looks like a timeout now. Going to be called by River Valley. It's the first timeout of the game. So the Vikings will take a full one here. But you look at the quarter scoring, Watterson, big quarter, 13-3.
Yeah, they've come out really hot, and I guess that more speaks to the Vikings only having the 3. They just haven't been able to connect on offense so far today, whether that's in transition, hitting the 3s. They just haven't been able to find their groove. Like I mentioned, they usually score in 65, 70 points a game, and right now they're stuck at 26.
So a 14-point edge here for Bishop Watterson in their first game of the season. River Valley 3-2 on the year, coming off of a win against Marion Harding not too long ago. I want to thank you for your patience here today, tuning into this live stream. Of course, internet's been spotty here at River Valley. It's something we'll get fixed before the next game we're here. We'll make sure to restream this game in its entirety on our social media platforms at the end of the night, so make sure to stick around for that. If you do want to recatch the action, looks like we're up and going right now just on Facebook, though. So if you've been looking for YouTube, we're not able to get on YouTube here for the second half. I was doing some fidgeting during the halftime break. So just on Facebook here for this Marion County Game of the Week live. As we look at the River Valley make their way back out to the court after this full timeout. They'll have a box setup on the baseline.
See what that break does for the Vikings if they're able to calm down.
Well, they nearly gave it away, but Snyder establishes himself inside. Now a lot of contact underneath, and it looks like River Valley is going to get called for a foul as Zayn fell to the floor. Snyder rose up. That's who they called it on. Snyder rose up and maybe used a shoulder to get some elevation. That'll bring the Eagles the other way. Mulligan gets a first step on his defender, draws contacts, and Mike's going to go shoot some free throws.
River Valley just has not found the answer for how to guard the Eagles in the paint.
Mike Mulligan primed for a big year. He knocks down the first free throw. He's one of those returners from last year's team that, of course, had a lot of seniors, a lot of graduates, a lot of high honors in the Central Catholic League, and not just there, but also all Ohioan. Mike Mulligan expected to take that next step. He's got 8 points here in this quarter alone. It's 42-26. Pick and pop back to Myers. He'll drive, kick out to the corner. Shot and is short. Good box out by Watterson. Winning the rebound battle big time as they beat the Vikings up the floor, and Groover makes the layup. Timeout by River Valley again, as this one's threatening to get a little bit ugly here at the end of the third quarter.
Yeah, Bishop Watterson is really coming into form. They look really comfortable on the court right now. Able to get a great transition basket in the paint, no one near them. Easy finish. River Valley's got to be doing a better job at getting back on those, getting matched up.
It would be a freshman JV varsity sweep for Bishop Watterson if they can finish things out here.
And what a great opening win it would be for the Eagles if they can close it out. River Valley, a tough team. It's a great momentum booster for Bishop Watterson if they can continue their success.
Of course, this wasn't the anticipated team that you thought you were going to see to start out the year. Because he had to reschedule a couple games back as Myers floats in, misses the shot. Watterson will go the other way. But there were a couple of games they had to reschedule because of that football run that they had. And now a whistle down the floor and an offensive foul on Zayn. Things got a little chippy on the way down, didn't they?
Starting to get physical as tensions rise.
Coach Lombardo trying to defend his player. officials just kind of wave them off and say, I don't want to hear it. We're just going to move the other way. It looks like Jack Schuler, after a short rest, will get some play here with under 2 minutes to go at the next dead ball. Now another foul underneath. So go on Mulligan.
Refs trying to get ahead of this physicality early, not letting too much slide here.
So Zayn and Mulligan, the guilty parties, both will go to the bench for the final 2 minutes, it seems. 44-26, just 3 points here in this quarter. And now 5, and all 5 of them have come from Chase Smith. They initially called it a 3 in the gym. I thought that was a 2, and that's what it was called as Carter Belisari flies to the rim. It's kind of turned into the opposite of the first half as Snyder is denied inside. Watterson, fast break opportunity. This time they'll finish it off. And the offense flying high for the Eagles here, as it was Noah Holsinger at the basket. And an offensive foul the other way. Lang extended the shoulder. But as I was saying before that whole sequence there, Evan, it feels like first half you had Carter Myers, you had Eli Snyder picking things up offensively, and you're really waiting on Chase Smith to get back in this ball game. Well, he's here now, and everybody else has kind of disappeared.
Yeah, they need to get all of them clicking together, working together. A lot of possessions here where it's just 1 or 2 guys touching the basketball trying to make something happen.
Another offensive foul. Both of these teams looking to set the record for most offensive fouls in a quarter, because we're going right back to the Vikings side now. This game's gotten awfully physical as the Vikings trail by 20. They're trying to get Smith open off of a double screen. Didn't get too much room. He gives it into Lang now, and he falls to the floor, loses the basketball. Other way, Schuler off the back iron, no good. And Belisari reaches around. That'll be a foul on him. Got a little antsy, tried to catch him lacking in transition. That's his second foul.
Not a terrible foul. River Valley with the mismatch numbers. They've kind of taken away the Vikings game in that sense, where the Vikings haven't really been able to get a lot of offensive success off of those transitions.
Big thing, though, is Ellis McFarland now is going to go to the line. He'll shoot 2. First one up and in. First points of the third quarter not scored by Chase Smith. Second one rattles in. 48-30. Eagles in command here on the road with 30 seconds left in the third. Flash to the free throw line. Schuler, high elbows, keeps himself open. High above the three-point line. Eagles will work, and now a driving kick goes wild. So Belisari turns it over with 12.1 to go. And Chase Smith coming up the floor. We'll see some full court pressure.
Both teams starting to maybe ramp up the intensity on defense. Definitely River Valley in that last possession, trying to get some traps, force some turnovers.
Handoff nearly taken away, and now a foul as Snyder fought to keep it towards him. But you could tell they were going for that handoff to Smith, try to get him some open space with low time on the clock. Great initial defense by Holsinger, but after the fact, a foul, and Snyder shooting 2. Snyder's first off the front rim.
They got to be able to take advantage of these free baskets, try to work their way back into this game. It's a steep climb. They still have another full quarter to work.
Snyder off the back iron with the second. goes 0 for 2. And now a late shot at the end of the quarter. Misses short. But the Eagles did their damage here in this third. Bishop Watterson leads at 48-30 over River Valley on the road. Here live and free on the OH Report.
I like being able to give back to the community, and just our teamwork is really solid. It makes it an incredible place to work because a lot of people enjoy what they're doing and want to help out.
You get to learn every day. You get to meet very unique people. I get to interact with everyone from the clinical staff to the administrative staff. Everyone has something to offer. It's kind of like a million puzzle pieces coming together to make one large, beautiful piece.
Fourth quarter action live and free here on the OH Report. Jonathan Langdon alongside Evan Johnson. River Valley taking on Bishop Watterson in one of their home matches that has tested them here to this point. Of course, that third quarter did not go their way. They trailed by 4 going in to the third quarter. Now they trail by 18.
River Valley is a team that can face adversity and come back from it. Did it last year in the regionals. They can get hot. They can start to make a quick comeback.
Back to a 1-3-1 go the Vikings. Nearly passed right through that zone, but a nice deflection by Lang. Forces a reset here out of the Eagles. Just going right over the top of that 3-man line on this defense for these Vikings. Holsinger back out to Mulligan at 8 points in that third quarter. There are a couple of open looks for Schuler. Now he'll get it to Zayn, who is wide open underneath. And the size disparity proven to be too much here in this second half as Smith steps right into a 3.
If a couple other players can start contributing as well this fourth quarter, Smith looks to have the hot hand right now.
Carter Belisari back to Holsinger. Drives baseline, kicks to the near side corner. Mulligan for 3. Could tell it was off right out of his hands. As a loose ball foul is going to be called on the long rebound. 6.5 minutes left. River Valley, a rough third quarter, leaves them with a sizable gap to make up. Watterson won that third 21-7. Myers turns right away after the catch. Leaves his floater short and off to the left. Belisari slow to get up. He's limping across the field, or across the court, as that shot's blocked inside by Myers. Interesting sequence here as that shot went a little wild. Second effort also no good. Long rebound for the Vikings. Reset chance for McFarland. A second 3 in the possession. Also misses short.
Just a wild couple of possessions there from each team.
And then this will be out of bounds off the high pressure out of the Vikings. And a timeout called, and probably rightfully so, by Bishop Watterson, as things are getting a little interesting out on the floor.
Yeah, I think when things get chaotic, sometimes it's hard to bring it back in. A great timing of that timeout.
So lower scoring here in this fourth, just 2 baskets through 2 minutes, basically 2.5. So by the looks of things, unless River Valley pulls off an amazing comeback here in the final moments, Watterson will get their first win of the season and their first game of the season, even despite still kind of being in football mode.
Yeah, I didn't really know what to expect with this team when you haven't played in so long, and for, you know, a lot of these guys that are football guys haven't maybe thought about basketball at all until 2 weeks ago. But they've really settled into this game and really starting to find their groove, and they're playing their brand of basketball, which is dominating the paint.
River Valley, despite being down 17 right now, they've got a good chance to win the MOAC for a second straight year. They've started out 2-0. They beat Pleasant. They beat Marion Harding. So here in Marion County, they're the Kings for the time being. They'll have some solid competition coming their way. Of course, Ontario, they have been trending upwards this year. They could be a threat in the MOAC, right alongside Shelby, who also has not played too much basketball, coming off of their state championship appearance in Division 4. A lot of pressure into travel. So the wild sequences have not stopped after the timeout, as he's trying to pull away. Jack Schuler shuffled the feet.
River Valley doing exactly what they wanted, executing that zone perfectly.
Smith's going to have to strike early and often to try and get them back in this game. This shot won't go. And it looks like McFarland will pick up a loose ball foul. So the offensive struggles in the fourth continue for both teams. Just combined 5 points. Looks like a new zone coming here for River Valley, a 2-2-1. There's a one-on-one opportunity as there's a shot from Zayn as he draws another foul. Those are starting to stack up. That's the third of the quarter between both teams. Far side work, cross-court pass, Mulligan. Looking like a wide receiver right there, so maybe it is good to be in football mode here early on. But this one intercepted. Myers at the three-point line, Euro step inside. Cutter Myers, coast to coast.
Great finish. That's something that they're going to need from those other guys. Start to work their way back.
3-on-1 at the basket. And an offensive foul. Great job by Lang to take it.
He has the size, doesn't need to really lead with that shoulder as much as he did. That's why he got the offensive foul.
So Jack Schuler picks up the foul. And it looks like another timeout from Coach Lombardo. And it looks like it'll be a full, so take their time, get back to the bench, get a little breather. It looks like Coach Lombardo is going to have to talk some sense into these big fellas. They've gotten a little careless with the basketball.
Yeah, when you start to get a big lead like they did, and they've been dominant in the paint, so they just going out there and think every time they get the ball in the paint they're going to score. Maybe got a little too greedy.
Longtime coach for Bishop Watterson, all-time leader in wins for this program. I gotta say, I love the apparel that they've got on. It looks like kind of a jumpsuit, but it's not.
Yeah.
Have you seen University of Illinois, their head coach?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Was it the Serbian?
The Serbian, yeah. Saying he's got a little Brad Underwood vibe going on over there.
Illinois looking like they're going to drive through the Big Ten this season. College hoops. I mean, that's a team that I'd want to play for right now. They've had it rolling. I'd also love to play for this Watterson team. I mean, they've got size. Like,
they're having fun out there.
A tall, lanky guy like me might just get to sit in the corner and shoot some threes, you know? It seems like a fun offense. out of the timeout. 4.5 minutes left here in the fourth. Eli Snyder scoreless here in this second half. We'll give it back to Smith. Myers off a flare screen, won't get any space. Here goes Snyder, who gets himself open to the cup. The lead now just 13 for Watterson. It has dwindled down all the way from 18. Belisari splits the double. He'll get the basketball right back with this fourth quarter halfway gone. And a travel. Quinn Ryan looks like he took an extra step. Get a look at it here thanks to North Central State College. Oh yeah, he did a little hop with the basketball.
Little skip.
Carter Myers cut off inside. It'll move around to Snyder. That would have been a big shot for River Valley. Does not go. 2-on-1 the other way. And Carter loses it on the way up. Scooped up by Holsinger. Nice one-handed catch. Didn't even expect the ball to come to him, but he's still able to scoop it up and score. Smith driving inside, can't get the finish. Oh, and this one stripped. Cookies. And then a foul from behind. Kind of like Chase Smith sneaking up. I think it was Belisari who was able to sneak up behind and get the steal off and then get a foul.
River Valley specialty. Able to tip passes, able to steal balls. Wasn't able to get on the transition there. They have an opportunity to bring this game a little closer.
Carter Myers catch and shoot. Carter with the rebound. 3 fouls now on Bishop Watterson. Was able to work nice ball movement here, and it's ultimately finished. Great press break out of the Eagles. Lead back to 17. McFarland, Myers, step through and a foul. Good job by Carter, able to tangle up with his defender. So Carter Myers, team high 21 points per game. Just shy of 7 rebounds. The 6'6" forward. Plays a lot like a guard at times as he misses the first free throw off the back iron.
Vikings need to take advantage of these. I mean, they're running out of time. 2:43 left on the clock.
Josean has been a fan favorite here tonight. He goes to take a seat for Bishop Watterson. He's an MVP candidate tonight, right along with Mike Mulligan, who takes this one after a second miss at the line out of River Valley. And here goes Mulligan, open from the right wing. 3-pointers have started to fall for Watterson at the right time. They now lead by 20 again. Snyder lost the basketball, saved back in play. Smith catch and shoot. Nearly got an assist from the opponent. And Snyder reaches in. That'll be a team third foul on the Vikings.
River Valley just really trying to push that ball up the floor, and maybe to their default, careless at times. Trying to move quick, get quick baskets.
Had to go deep on the pass. Belisari was cut off well. Still, the big fella not able to find anybody. Now finally gets it to Belisari. Back inside. No good, but the follow by Holsinger. 59-37. And it looks like this one's done and dusted as Myers will Euro step inside and get those points right back. And an immediate foul. It'll be a fourth foul for the Vikings. One more to send the Eagles to the line. They picked that one up on, on Snyder. That's his fourth. Or no, that's going to be Lang, his fourth. Long pass, last touched by Watterson. Will trickle out of bounds. Vikings earn the basketball back. And do they call that no, it's going to be, they're going to say Watterson didn't touch that inbound, so it'll be a baseline out here for the Vikings. Now you're getting to the territory of you got to score here. Smith catch and shoot. Shot won't go, and Watterson collects it, and they'll earn a foul. They'll get free throws the other way. Smith picks it up.
Had several opportunities. They just haven't been able to find that big shot to kind of get the momentum swing back in their way.
And Coach Lombardo's going to empty his bench here after the first shot. Bunch of guys who got some quality time on the JV roster. They'll make their way in here after this first shot from Noah Holsinger. We'll get a second look. Shout out to the players checking in. Liam Mesk, also Ibrahim Ba, Ben Lamiel, my mistake. And second free throw from Holsinger is good. He will also check off 60-39, and in for him is Tyler Kidney. Also number 32, Carson Boniface. Long three from Smith, rattles home. And a timeout from River Valley. Rodney Brown makes the call. Vikings will go to 3-3 on the year. It's an opening season win for Bishop Watterson to go 1-0. And Coach Lombardo at this point getting some good talk with some of the younger guys that are going to come in for the final minute 24.
Yeah, much deserved for those guys. We saw them dominate in the JV game before, and I don't think River Valley expected this game to ever come to Bishop Watterson having a mass sub like they just did.
Coach Brown angling his talk towards some of the bench players for River Valley. So it seems as if he will empty his bench here after this timeout. Or maybe bring in some guys to foul, if that's the direction they're going to. So Riley Hummel, Chris Davis, Zayden Vandal, DeAndre Smith, and Tyler Manette all come into the game for River Valley. Looks like no fouls immediately, so we'll just play on for the final 90 seconds. Bob gets a full head of steam, keeps his dribble alive, just barely stays away from a foul or from a travel. As we'll see how much leeway the Watterson bench has to put some shots up. A lot of the time the goal here later on is to get layups or free throws. And Ba nearly got a layup. Shot no good though. Rebound by Chris Davis.
Great possession, took a lot of time off the clock. Got a good look at the rim, just not able to get the finish.
Catch and shoot for three without a miss. Short. Save effort taken in by Bishop Watterson. Tyler Kidney slows it up. He's doubled in the corner. Able to get it away. 20 seconds left. And it appears as if this will get dribbled out here for the final 14 seconds. Tyler Kidney led the way in the JV game. He'll go in here and get some points in the varsity game. And that will make it a 20-point lead, likely your final. One final shot for Zayden Vandal at the horn. That will not go, and Bishop Watterson opens their season 1-0 with a road win over River Valley. They win it 62-42. We'll have your post-game live and free next on the OH Report.
I like being able to give back to the community, and just our teamwork is really solid. And makes it an incredible place to work because a lot of people enjoy what they're doing and want to help out.
You get to learn every day. You get to meet very unique people. I get to interact with everyone from the clinical staff to the administrative staff. Everyone has something to offer. It's kind of like a million puzzle pieces coming together to make one large, beautiful piece.
It's time now for your MVP, presented to you by Premier Optometry Group. Jonathan Langdon here with our winner today. Bishop Watterson gets our first win of the season. Mike Mulligan led a second half surge. He had 8 points in the third quarter, ended up with 14 on the game. Just kind of break down that first half, what Coach Lombardo told you guys in the locker room to lock you guys in and come out with a 20-point win.
Yep. I mean, he knew we were going to be a little shaky first game with all the new football players. Only had a week back. So, you know, it was nice to get out there with them. And then he said the same thing every game, confidence and composure. Felt like we had a lot of that. We know we should handle business and felt pretty composed even when they pressured us. So just went out and handled business.
And it was very clear you guys just went out and won a Division III football championship. You've got some great size on this team. What is that going to do for you guys moving forward on the hardwood now?
Yeah, Coach emphasized that a lot. Just a lot of size. We take advantage of our rebounding defense. So we're real lengthy, so we like to play zones, get our hands up in passing lane stuff. It's a huge advantage, especially on the boards.
Is there an emphasis, just continuing with that football talk, just to try and get that football out of you and get yourself established, ready for basketball? And of course, now you get that 1-0 feeling, but there's going to be some games down the line where the physicality may not be the best thing to talk about. Is there something in that level?
Yeah, definitely. You know, I mean, Schuler and, you know, they like to get a little physical in there, so definitely making sure, know how many fouls you got, don't be done with your fouls. So you definitely got to make sure we're keeping track of our fouls, no dumb mistakes.
For sure. And then Mike, for you, of course, you're looking to lead this team. Of course, this year you lost a lot last season, but it's a program that's used to losing a lot of seniors, and of course now you as a senior. What is this class trying to what's this class want to leave on this program when the year comes to an end?
Yeah, I mean, my class hasn't won much besides we had district championship my freshman year, so definitely that's goal number one, district championship. And obviously, we know we're good enough to win, so we're looking to win the district and more. Definitely try and get the CCL also.
All right, congratulations to you on the win here today, Mike. Go ahead and take a look at that camera. Give any shout-outs you want.
Shout out to my mom.
All right, Mike, congratulations. We'll see you around.
All right, thank you.
I like being able to give back to the community, and just our teamwork is really solid. It makes it an incredible place to work because a lot of people enjoy what they're doing and want to help out.
You get to learn every day. You get to meet very unique people. I get to interact with everyone from the clinical staff to the administrative staff. Everyone has something to offer. It's kind of like a million puzzle pieces coming together to make one large, beautiful piece.
It's time now for your post-game show here from River Valley High School. A rough loss for the Vikings at home as they head back to 3-3. They fall to Bishop Watterson, a really good side, 62-42. Jonathan Langdon here, Evan Johnson. And Evan, of course, first time seeing River Valley for us here on the OH.REPORT. What were your overall thoughts here on this game from the Vikings?
Yeah, I think the Vikings really kind of struggled with the size. Maybe they won't see a lot of teams with that much size this season. I think their offense will look a lot better going forward. They just missed tons of shots that they should have capitalized on tonight.
All right, you're looking at the quarter-by-quarter scoring. That third really was the big one, and that's why I decided on Mike Mulligan as your MVP here tonight. I mean, he led the way. He took a bunch of threes early on in the half, set the tone for it. They won that third 21-7. They also won the fourth 14-12. So that 62-42 is your final, and Watterson's 1-0 on the season. How about them this year?
Yeah, the football hangover did not last long. They immediately got it going in that third quarter, and they look like they have a lot of talent on this squad. Like we mentioned all game, like they have tons of size. They can dominate in the paint. They got a couple great guards that can make baskets when needed. They're looking to go hopefully a deep run this year.
They're going to be heading back to Columbus to take on some city competition. They'll play Hilliard Derby on the 22nd, and it's going to be a quick turnaround here for River Valley. They play later this week against Highland on the road, so your alma mater, they'll be playing there in another MOAC game. Of course, that's going to be huge because they won the MOAC title last year. They think they can do it again.
Yeah, and they absolutely can. Got three great players at the top of that lineup. They just got to keep taking care of business in those MOAC games. Highland with two big wins coming out of the games in Harding and Mount Vernon. And so they'll have to take care of the Scots first on Friday.
And again, apologies for the internet cutting in and out here today at River Valley. We'll try our best to get that fixed up next time we are here in Caledonia. But thank you so much for sticking around. And also, if you're watching on the live restream of this game later on tonight, thank you so much for tuning in. Jonathan Langdon here, Evan Johnson, your camera operator. Shout out to our sponsors as well. Rolling through your screen one final time. Look forward to being right back here at River Valley for some more MOAC action next time here in this gym as they look to go for their second straight MOAC title. Have a great rest of your night. We'll see you later this week for some more hoops on the OH Report.